Forget everything you thought you knew about the first advanced human invention, because it wasn't fire, it wasn't TikTok, and it wasn't the phone you are using right now to watch this video. It was a rock, shaped on both sides, on purpose. And the weirdest part, the species that invented it wasn't even us. It came from a human ancestor with a brain half our size, the size of a roll of toilet paper. And once they figured it out, they used the exact same design for over 1 million years without changing it. It's 1.76 million years ago, East Africa. You are Homo erectus. No language, no fire yet. Just a body built for walking, a stomach that's always half empty, and a predator problem you did not sign up for. Right now, a pack of hyenas is finishing off a carcass 40 meters from you, and you're hungry enough to want what's left of it. You try to scare them off by yelling. It fails miserably. Hyenas do not care about your feelings. You try throwing a rock at them. You missed your shot, and now one of them is looking directly at you. So you try something new. You pick up a rock, smash it against another rock, and it splits, leaving a jagged, razor-like edge. You didn't know it yet, but you just invented the can opener of the Stone Age. Unlike earlier tools, which were just sharp flakes knocked off a rock at random, this new tool, called a Handaxe, was a piece of rock in the shape of an almond. Stop. I did not say the size of an almond. I said shape. Yeah, that's better. It was shaped on both faces into a teardrop, with a point and 2 cutting edges. That symmetry wasn't an accident. It meant Homo erectus was holding a mental blueprint in their head before they even started napping, planning several steps ahead, which let them slice through hide, crack bone for marrow, and butcher meat far faster than their teeth or hands ever could. Just when things start looking up, free meat, sharp tools, hyenas backing off, a bigger threat shows up. A saber-toothed cat easily 3 times your body weight, standing between you and the waterhole. Your old strategy, get close, hack fast, gets you killed against something that can close that gap in half a second. So you don't. You freeze, drop the meat, and back away slowly. Because being alive with an empty stomach beats being full and dead. Here's the plot twist. Dropping the meat wasn't defeat. It was strategy. Homo erectus groups that survived weren't the boldest ones. They were the ones who knew when to lose a meal to win the war. Just as your group settles into a rhythm, hunt small, scavenge big, avoid the cats, the climate flips on you. East Africa dries out. Forests shrink into scattered patches of trees, and open grassland spreads for miles in every direction. That should be terrible news. No forest cover means nowhere to hide from predators, and the fruit and soft plants you used to fall back on are gone. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. The Handaxe was built for exactly this. On grassland, you need a tool for digging up tubers and roots, cracking open bones from animals other predators killed, and defending an exposed position with no trees to climb. One tool, every job. It's basically the Swiss Army knife 1 million years before the actual Swiss Army existed. By 500,000 years into this technology's use, Homo erectus populations are spreading out of Africa into Europe and Asia, carrying the same Handaxe design with them, like a survival manual carved in stone. Different continents, different climates, different prey, same tool. By 700,000 years in, groups are working together to hunt animals many times their size, because a coordinated team with stone tools can bring down what one hungry individual with bare hands never could. By 1 million years in, this single tool shape shows up on 3 continents, virtually unchanged, making it possibly the longest-running product design in the entire history of any species, humans included. For comparison, the smartphone in your pocket will be outdated in about 18 months. The Handaxe stayed cutting edge, pun intended, for over 1 million years. You'd think 1 million years of practice would mean constant innovation, new shapes, new materials, constant upgrades. Evolution? Disagree. Sometimes good enough wins for longer than anyone expects. Why fix what isn't broken? Especially when broken means dead. But staying the same has a cost too, and that cost is about to show up. The predators that once treated early humans as an easy meal now think twice. A sharpened rock in a coordinated group is a real deterrent. Lions steer around your camps. Hyenas wait for you to leave before moving in on scraps, instead of the other way around. You've basically climbed the food chain, using nothing but chipped stone and teamwork. But a new conflict emerges. It's not predators anymore, it's other humans. Groups start competing over the same carcasses, the same water, the same stone quarries good enough to nap from, and a handaxe that once carved meat can just as easily be swung at a rival. The tool that saved your species from extinction by claw is now aimed at your own kind. And it gets more complicated. Not every group has access to the same quality stone. Some sites have soft, crumbly rock that barely holds an edge. Others sit on flint deposits so good that groups will walk for days just to quarry from them, turning a simple rock outcrop into the Stone Age equivalent of prime real estate. You've gained a weapon, a food source, and a technology that will outlive you by hundreds of thousands of years. But something is still missing. You have no way to teach this except by showing someone over and over, hoping they copy you well enough. Without language, every skill you have dies with you unless someone was watching closely enough to steal it with their eyes. Imagine spending your entire life perfecting a technique, the exact angle, the exact force, the exact spot to strike, and having zero way to explain it. No words, no diagrams, just repetition and hope. That's the quiet tragedy hiding underneath a million years of stone tools, an entire species innovating brilliantly, generation after generation, without ever being able to say a single sentence about why it works. Eventually, a newer, smarter human species, one capable of more complex tools and eventually language, replaces Homo erectus entirely. The handaxe doesn't disappear overnight. It fades slowly, generation by generation, as new techniques arrive that can finally be explained instead of just copied. As the sun sets over the Rift Valley for the last time in this story, one thing becomes clear. The handaxe wasn't just a tool. It was proof that a creature without words could still pass down an idea for a million years, one struck rock at a time. And somewhere buried in the dirt beneath your feet right now, there's a good chance one of these is still sitting there, waiting a few 100,000 more years to be found. If a rock shaped a million years ago can still teach us something about patience and problem solving, imagine what we're capable of, with language, with writing, with everything Homo erectus never got to have. Subscribe for more deep dives into the inventions that built us, because the next one might be even weirder than a sharpened rock.